we come back down to earth and meet the designers who rarely get the credit for a style that's become famous all over the world. London street style. Typically, the day we decided to shoot street style, the streets had virtually been washed away, but the style was still there. And the first thing you have to know about style is it's a matter of attitude, not age. If you've got the right attitude, you're halfway there, even if, like Rosie, you're 73. In Camden Market, instead of just hanging out, the order of the day for the streetwise was dancing in the rain. City streets aren't just a breeding ground for innovative fashion ideas, they're also a stage on which people can express themselves or simply pose. Well, I'm here in Camden having a look at street style, and I've started off at Peter Adrian's very hairy store. It's pouring with rain, it's freezing cold. We're some of the only people here. Most people have gone home, but we're going to take a look anyway. Peter's been in the fashion business since the 50s and has gone from selling classic conservative Winsmore to the wacky neon, almost indescribable items he sells today. What would you say is your conception of street style?
Literally this. You know, this is really what you know, I sort of tried to work out back in the early 80s what would really go down in a place like Camden, and it was such a wacky place that I thought to myself, right, they need colours, they need hairy things.
Well, to show off these hairy things we needed models, but because of the downpour they'd abandoned ship along with most of the stall holders. So there was only one thing for it. It's only relatively recently that the street's been recognised as a source of designer inspiration. The Victoria and Albert Museum is currently staging a street style exhibition which runs until February the 19th. It documents street culture and its impact on the fashion industry.
In fact, the high fashion has been picking up on subcultural clothing, and the trends that have been picked up on by haute couture and high fashion are then sort of transcended down into the mainstream fashion. So it's showing people where the trends actually come from.
So street style is more than just a passing fad. Back in Camden, they don't worry about that, at least as far as style's concerned. They just live for today. And one such designer is SOUAD BELLAHA of Asi-lo, who has a small shop in Chalk Farm Road jam-packed with street and club styles. She started off selling bric-a-brac, then moved on to a market stall before graduating to her Camden shop. SOUAD gets her inspiration for the designs from the clubs and streets. And do you think there's a specific street style, or do you think street style is the freedom to choose? I mean, what do you think?
I think it's the freedom to choose, and with that freedom comes something concrete. Something erupts and it stays for a little while. Everybody gets on it, and then it's commercialized, and unfortunately it's cheapened, and everybody gets on it. And it's not just the trendies, it's like every other, maybe Sharon or Tracy's, and everyone's wearing the same thing.
SOUAD's designs are fun, naughty, revealing and funky. She makes them up in slinky lurex and anything that clings and glitters. For many here, her clothes are the ultimate street look. For this